Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Babyface B. Today we have a floppy jalopy gun. This is a pretty exciting one that I've been waiting on for 10 months now. This is my M6 Survival Rifle, and you may notice that it's a little bit shorter than normal. Normally the import models would come to about here because they have to fit NFA rules. This one is an AOW version. I had it cut down by Safety Harbor Firearms, thank you Walter, and transferred because it's an over-under. I had it transferred as an AOW instead of a short-barreled shotgun or rifle. It doesn't fall into either other category because it's a 22 and a 410, so it transfers as an AOW. So what is this? If you've never seen one of these before, this is a M6 Survival, or M6 Scout because it's the import. These were made for pilots from between the 50s and the 70s. These would have been stowed with the pilots, and if they would have gone down, this would have allowed them to hunt small game to survive. They specify not to use it against human targets, but I mean, if it's life or death, you do what you got to do, I guess. The original guns would have come with a 22 Hornet top barrel over a 410 shotgun bottom barrel. This one being an import, you can get the imports with the 22 Hornet over. Their 22 Hornet's a little scarce. I've never even seen ammo for 22 Hornet. So I opted to pick up one of these from Gunbroker in 22 long rifle. So this one is one of the 22 LR versions. So it's a 22 LR top with a 410 bottom. Some of the cool things about these guns, they fold in half, which is cool for storage. You can stow them away and store it. They also store your ammo in the cheek piece. So you click a button over here, raise up your cheek piece, all of your ammo gets stored in the butt plate. You have four, on this gun in particular, 410, and then I think it's 15 rounds, 15 rounds of 22. I currently have some Velocitors, are the gold ones, and then for shits and giggles, I have some of the little rat shot as the three little front ones. For 410s, I have birdshot, I think this 7.5 birdshot, and then 2 slugs, because you never know if you might need a 410 size deer slug to take out some sort of medium game. They made these, it's pretty neat. This one I took off. Normally you'll see these with a trigger guard on the bottom. I took mine off because it allows it to fold a little bit smaller. And a neat thing is they made these for guys that may have had injured hands, you may be in gloves. They made it so there's not a little trigger to handle. There's a big solid trigger on the bottom, and all you have to do is kind of just grab it and squeeze. So you'll cock it back, grab it, squeeze, and it goes off. It's not the nicest trigger, it's not a Geisley, it's not anything like that. But remember, this is a last-ditch survival gun. So let's take it up. We'll take it to the range, and let's do a little bit of shooting with it. It's really cool. If you guys have any questions on how to, well, I guess what I should do is explain how I AOW'd this real quick before we move on. Funny thing is, if I Formed 1 this with the government, with the ATF, which Form 1 means making your own NFA weapon, it would have been a $200 tax stamp, because to Form 1 anything for an individual is 200 bucks. Thank goodness I have Walter, who is an SOT and a manufacturer. He papered this for me, and I'll have some close-ups where you can see they have the Safety Harbor logo on the side. He papered this for me as an AOW, so I gave it to him. He papered it as an AOW and then transferred it back to me as an AOW, so we only had to pay $5 for it instead of the 200. So it's way better. It makes no sense to paper, for me to paper an AOW, it's 200 for a company to do it. Basically, I gave it to them. He papered it, did the transformation, and then transferred it back to my possession as an AOW for $5. So that's the way to do it. Get the $5 deal. Don't do the $200, because that's crazy. Anyways, let's take it up and do some shooting finally. Focus on me. There we go. So, latch on the top, pull up, and it springs open, and you have 2 barrels. You have your 410 and your 22. So you would take your 410, pop it into the 410 slot, like that, close her up, and you have some selections for the safety. So when you cock your hammer back, you have a couple selections. You can go all the way up, which is 22, middle section, and you twist it like that. That's a safety, it's locked in, and it's in between both firing pins. You'll see maybe the firing pins down in there. And then to shoot the 410, you press all the way down and it's now ready for the 410. So let's back up. Hopefully it maintains safety, or maintains focus on me. And watch this stout little kicker do its job. It's got a little bit of ass kick to it when it's something like that. Let's grab another 410 real quick. 410 goes in, click it shut, lock it down, make sure you're pushed all the way in for the 410. Up, we'll get another target. Jesus. It's got a little bit of recoil when you're using a 410. So we'll try one of the 22s. The 22 was giving me issues earlier, so we'll see if it works. It may not. I may have to investigate that a little bit. 22 goes in the top. You click it shut, cock it, bring it all the way to the top, and let's see if it'll work for me. There we go. That's a 22 for you. It does have an automatic ejector. I'm sorry, it has an automatic extractor, no automatic ejector. So you have to pull the shell out yourself, grab another shell, put it in, close it up, cock it, make sure you're on the top notch, and go to town. Just like that. It's a really cool little design. It's kind of outdated, it's old, but it's a neat range toy. Let's put another 410 through it, because 410 is really cool. 410 in the bottom. Here, actually, let's do this. So you could store it like this if you really wanted to. 410 and a 22, both. Click it shut. Oh, what are we gonna shoot first? Oh, there's a little rabbit. Let's go for the 22. Move our sight. Little rabbit, let's take the little rabbit out. Oh, okay, we got dinner for tonight. Oh, but here comes a wild hog. Ooh, we could get some good dinner on a wild hog. So push your thing all the way down. Bring that wild hog by and boom. You got dinner for a week. So there you go. There goes that. That is the M6 Scout Rifle AOW. If you're able to get one of these, doesn't have to be an AOW. Do it, because they're hella fun. One more, hold on. Damn, they kick some ass. If you're able to get one of these, do it. Even if it's not an AOW, get the full length one too. They're still just as cool. If you know somebody that can paper one for you, make it an AOW. It's a $5 transfer. It took 10 months, but hey, look at this. Look how cool this little package is. Flips down to a tiny little package. Let's do a slug real quick. Hold on, real quick, we gotta do a slug. So we'll take one of our slugs out. So these 410s, the blue 410s that I'm shooting are high brass. This is regular low brass. Let's see what a slug does. It still puts a walloping on something. Man, it hits that steel hard. Pop it out, good to go. So anyways, I hope you guys like it. This is a Springfield Armory, well, Springfield M6 Scout brought in by CZ. If you guys have any questions on it, let me know. Otherwise, if you guys are liking this kind of content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. We got more on the way. We got a lot of gun stuff on the way, building and some other stuff, so stay tuned. Enjoy.